Could there be a better place for a picnic?
You really love this place, don't you?
More every time I come. I think this hotel is something special, Richard.
Well, that's because you own it, right? Or at least half of it, anyway.
You know what excites me the most? Is what we could make of it. I mean, I really think that this children's museum can be a special place for everyone in Springfield, not just for the children.
You've only been in town scarcely a month and already you want to give back to it. You're amazing.
Springfield's my home. And I know we haven't fixed up the farm yet, but I don't want to hold off getting started on the museum. I really don't.
Sometimes it's not wise to spread yourself too thin.
Yeah, but we can do it. I mean, even if we have to use our own money, we can do it. That's what money's for. And we got it, right?
Mr. Winslow, it's Suzanne Porter from Springfield Union Bank.
Yes, hello.
Yes, hello. I'm sorry to call so late. I thought you'd want to hear as soon as possible about your line of credit.
Yes, of course. So, can you give me what I need?
I'm sorry, Mr. Ambassador. I'm afraid your request has been refused.
Right, yes, I'm sorry. Go on.
Well, how far do you want me to go back? When did you stop listening?
No, I heard everything. You know, the museum, money, heard it all.
You just had a really far-off look on you.
I was thinking about the future is all.
That's all I'm thinking about. And this place, you know, it can be a great children's museum. You know what we could call it? We could call it the Beacon's Children's Museum. What do you think? Wouldn't that be awesome? Alan, it's me. Where are you? Who are you having lunch with? Well, get doggy bags all the way around, okay? Because I need your help. Who are you going to be busy with later on tonight, him or me? Fine. Look, just meet me at the Beacon Hotel as soon as possible. You're at Towers, right? Have him pack us a picnic basket. That's right, a picnic basket. We're going to do a little business over lunch. So, I had 5 new ideas when I woke up this morning.
5, is that all?
Well, listen, my favorite one was to create an exhibit about some of the very noteworthy and successful people in this town about their childhood, and we could call it, you know, growing up to be great.
Oh, what a marvelous way to bring home the point, you know, that just because the chips are down doesn't mean that there aren't great things on the horizon.
Exactly. No, exactly. And I think it could be the centerpiece for the museum. And you know what? I think it could be right here on this first level. I think it'd be great to have it right off the main lobby. What do you think?
Well,
Funny, that's exactly where I was thinking about putting the nightclub.
Well, I hope we're not disturbing you. There's only one problem with turning this into a nightclub, though. The right name. Coming up with the right name captures a blend of sass and class.
You're right. It should be something simple, but catchy and easy to remember.
I got it.
What?
How about Olivia's?
Kind of has a nice ring to it.
Yeah. I think it's perfect.
Olivia's at the newly restored Beacon Hotel and Resort. I kind of like it. Thank you.
Bon appetit.
thank you.
If this is a movable feast, why don't you move it on out of here? You know, Richard and I were sitting here first, Olivia.
Oh, well, the thing is, this might be my half of the hotel, so maybe you're the one who should move.
Do I smell chicken salad?
Yes, you do. Cassie made it fresh this morning.
Yeah, made with dill for the sass and class.
It sounds delicious.
Alan.
Do you want some?
Not unless I can reciprocate with duck pate and peppercorn.
It's my favorite.
Unbelievable.
Oh, you know, I do remember, Richard, when we were engaged, you used to smother duck pate on anything that was toastable.
Yes, well, I guess one can't say that I didn't have good taste.
And you still do, Richard. Please be my guest. You ladies aren't going to be joining us?
No.
Well,
You know, you may be interested to know that I spoke to the zoning board. And it turns out that a project the size of the one that you were planning to do here would just violate all kinds of ordinances. So there's no way you're going to get clearance, Olivia.
As opposed to a children's museum that probably has twice the daily volume? I don't think so.
Well, see, there's a guy named Ken Franklin. He's the chairman, and he is seriously pro-kids. And when I told him my ideas about the Children's Museum, he loved it. He said that is exactly what Springfield needs.
Well, you know, I know Ken very well, and if there ever was a jazz enthusiast, it's him. I doubt that he would veto a plan that features a top-notch music venue.
Jazz, kids. Now, I wonder which commitment would get Ken reelected to the board. I am going to go recheck the dimensions for where I'm going to put the growing up great exhibit.
You mean where Olivia's will be?
No, I don't. Enjoy the pate. Alan.
Remember you having said something about taking measures to make up for interfering in my project? You remember that? We need to take some more.
do you know, Richard, you and I have a lot in common.
Really?
We're both enamored by two very strong-willed and intelligent women who know exactly what they want.
Well, here's to us.
I'll drink to that. And you know, we could give them both what they wanted if we work together.
Well, I don't understand why. Just because.
Absolutely. And we're going to find her. You and me. Period.
So then, am I to infer that if we were to work together, I would get what I wanted?
I can almost guarantee it.
Guarantee? You know, it's funny that the Springfield Union Bank guaranteed me something recently. They guaranteed me a line of credit. Then they changed their minds. Now, you wouldn't happen to know why or who might have influenced their decision, would you?
No, not at all. This is the first I've heard of.
Wait a minute. You own the bank, don't you? So you would be highly influential. Alan, you're trying to cut off my access to funds? It's not going to work. You know, I can simply go to another bank. But I'm not going to do that.
Do you have other sources?
Perhaps. Well, Springfield has given me a chance to make a fresh start. I intend to do just that. And when I have success, I'm not going to owe anything to anyone.
I've made a lot of mistakes in my career, but underestimating my competition has not been one of them.
And then perhaps you shouldn't start now.
You know, Richard, if you get Cassie to sell her half of this hotel, I will triple the purchase price.
You really hate the idea of a children's museum, don't you?
No, not at all. I just don't think this is a children's museum. I think this is a hotel. I mean, purely by economic reasons.
Something tells me there's more to it than that.
Oh?
This property, Alan, is, well, how would Americans call it? Small potatoes? Yes. Your company deals with far larger acquisitions on a daily basis, yet here you are, personally negotiating this little spot of land. Why? Well, because Miss Olivia wants it.
Anything wrong with that?
No, it's quite refreshing to see such a powerful man so utterly taken with a woman that he would do anything for her.
Well, now you have experience in that area also.
Touché. As a matter of fact, the most important thing in the world to me is Cassie's happiness and her peace of mind, which is why I can't accept your offer.
Why is that?
Well, for one thing, Cassie has grown very enamored of this place, and, well, you just can't put a monetary value on that, can you? And secondly, well, it's not my deal to make. This is Cassie's property, and it's Cassie's dream. So, if you want to make a deal, you're going to have to make it with Cassie.
I'm going to put a fountain right there.
A reflecting pool. All the way down to the lake.
It's not bad. Why does it have to be for kids? I mean, just kids.
Well, who do you think brings kids to the museum, Olivia? Adults.
And then what, Cassie? They traipse through your exhibits for about an hour, buy a t-shirt, and go home?
Hopefully they're awed or touched or maybe even inspired in some way.
You know what? You need to get off your high horse. This place was built as a luxury hotel. It should be one again.
That's why Towers was built, Olivia, okay, to replace the Beacon. Springfield has its pleasure dome. Why don't we give the children of the town something?
No, you're barely back in the town long enough to get a library card. All of a sudden, you're the conscience of the community?
Sorry. I am so sorry, okay? I just think this feels right.
To you. Spoken like a true princess. I thought you just had a grand time down in San Cristobal telling everybody what was best for them, didn't you? The amazing thing is that people here still treat you like royalty. No sooner are you back than they install you as the co-chair of the Lighthouse Gala Committee. Sure, it's not for your input, though, or for the glitz you can bring to the event. Still, I'll bet you're getting almost as much attention now as when you were a stripper.
I feel so sorry for you.
Why's that?
Because you don't have any children. You have no idea what it's like to look at their face when they see something or they go someplace that thrills them. You have no clue.
A place. A place like, let me guess, a museum?
That's right, Olivia. A place where they can discover. A place that's magical. And that's what this place would be. Because this place is magic. I mean, don't you feel it?
All the more reason to restore it to a hotel, Cassie. And before you go on about zoning boards and glows on kids' faces, let me remind you of one thing. No matter how right you think this museum is, it doesn't get built without my say-so.
And your hotel doesn't get restored without mine. But hopefully we can still have picnics here, right? And I'm in the middle of one, so excuse me.
Craig is playing with fire again.
I was just wondering why you have lipstick on your neck.
But this time,
I find Craig amusing, and I enjoy being amused.
I wouldn't take anything that he has to say at face value.
is his prey too hot
What are you after?
Everything.
to handle?
Did you understand that?
This week, as the world turns.
No, Cassie, we have a problem here. Running away is going to make it disappear. We are stuck with each other.
I know, Olivia. 50-50, with totally different agendas.
Well, maybe we need to find one agenda that we can both work with.
Do you really think that's possible?
I think that we both have the same dream for this place, at its heart, magic, and maybe that's a place to start. Besides, men think they invented deal-making, which maybe they did, but women have turned it into a fine art.
I'm not so sure about that.
Give us a little time. We'll show you that two smart, creative 21st century women can find some way to work together.
For our sake, or the glory of the entire women's movement?
Both. Look, this is the way I see it. We can either rise to meet the challenge, or we can fail miserably, because it's so much easier to be petty. What do you say? Do we deal or don't we?
I'll try.
Richard, I think these ladies have shown us something.
Something tells me they're going to show us a lot more.